started a new teaching job, and it's just been a little crazy. So right now it's just a fifth grade math assignment. It's at Thompson Station Elementary. I have to be careful not to overextend, but I definitely would talk about it.
Okay,
see.
It would be a paid gift.
Yeah, I mean, I would be interested in talking about it. I just don't know for sure if I can commit or not. But I would enjoy that. I like your music a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
By the way,
So good morning, Unity of Nashville. Those of you that are sitting here in the seats and those of you that are watching us online, we just want to say welcome. Can you believe that this is the very last Sunday of 2025? Isn't that amazing? It has been quite a year here, as it has been in some of our own personal lives. And so today we have Michael Ellie with us as our special music guest. And I'm actually blessed with a few congregants from the other side of town from when I was the minister over there, so I'm grateful that you're here also. And we're going to begin with an opening prayer treatment by Elaine Benson, and then move right into an opening song by Michael Ellie.
Good morning. I have now been with Unity for 6 months. So I've asked God all week long, what did I need to be praying about for today? Every day it was the same thing, gratitude. Like, okay, can you give me something else? I mean, a little bit more about that. Every day, nothing more, nothing more. So yesterday I was getting a little frantic. And I said, okay, I really need to know. I've got the gratitude down. What is the rest of it? You'll just have to listen. You just close your eyes and allow your attention to move down into your heart. And as you arrive in your heart, just look around. Feel what's in there for you right now. I bet one of those things is love. And just see if you can snuggle right into that and let it wrap its arms all around you as you listen to my prayer. Dear God, I have now been with Unity for 6 months. I was very excited to leave CSL and to come and be a part of this community, even though there was some loss and sadness in leaving CSL. CSL was the place I learned that I was one with you. And God, nothing I could do would change that. That is the most important thing I have ever learned in my life. And for my Baptist consciousness, that was a big stretch. But I have embraced it and made it into it is etched into my heart. I held that teaching and I still hold it with all my might, and eventually it settled into my being as truth. Then God, you brought Reverend Denise and Judy Blackwelder to CSL to help heal my loss and transition to what I now know is Unity Church of Life. Reverend Denise and Judy opened the doors wide to an even deeper way of thinking and being in the spiritual world. I'm so very grateful for both of these incredible women. They are spiritual way-showers for all women in the world today. Thank you, God, for bringing me into their orbit and into the orbit of Unity Church of Life. And God, I haven't forgotten about the incredible prayer chaplains who helped me along the way as we walk this journey together, guiding and directing me in the right way to go, as it all still seems different to me. But I can count on them to show me the way as they guide me with love and non-judgment. The practitioners are appreciated as well, as they do a beautiful job as well. And God, you have brought incredible beings of love and light to be congregants here in this church. Where would we be without them? So God, thank you for all of my incredible blessings and the challenges that come with the deeper and brighter light. The challenges that come with the blessings. It is all molding me to an even deeper and brighter light to shine for you. So I thank you with all of my heart for all of my blessings that I have found in this wonderful, incredible place. The people here are the best. Thank you, God, and amen.
Good morning. I want to thank my good friends, the Rattrays, for making the trek from Mount Juliet all the way here. I want to make a comment. Cameron Rattray is in the process of producing a film short that will be entered into major film contests. This kid is a genius. I've watched him grow from about here to about there, and I'm so proud of him. Jesus, I can't. Okay. Yeah. This song that I'm going to sing for you, I wrote for my daughter years and years and years ago, and I think that it establishes what's going on in this church and the growth and the expressions of what's happening in our community. And those of you that have been a part of all of this, and particularly with our leadership here, lots of changes have gone on, and they've gone on inside me too. And I'm grateful to be here this morning, and sooner or later they will spell my name correctly. It's E-L-L-E-Y. Thank you. All right, but hey, don't rush. Don't ever rush. Okay, here we go. Light the dawn, dispel the darkness, bringing light. Stop, stop, wrong key, my problem. Light the dawn, dispel the darkness, bringing light into this sphere, letting life express its essence, living present without fear. Never face another morning without knowing all is right. For in life, the world is for me. New beginnings are inside. Once the star-born knows his moment, once he sees his truth has come, let the world receive atonement with the coming of the dawn. Dreams of wisdom hold the future in the hand of destiny, living truth without confusion, once the star-born knows his mission, once he sees his light has come, there will be a clearer vision, there will be a brighter dawn. Always focus on the changes, not on what one may perceive. What we are is what will save us. What we give, we will receive. Here we stand in our beginning, helping all mankind to see. Hand in hand, we all are winning one great world in harmony. Once the star-born knows his mission, once he sees his light has come, there will be a clearer vision, there will be a brighter dawn. Here we stand in our beginning, helping all mankind to see. Hand in hand, we all are winning one great world in harmony. Hand in hand, we all are winning Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed, indeed. It is another glorious Sunday at Unity, you all. What do you think? Yeah? So I'm Tanya Miller-Heyer, your ministerial intern. It is time for your announcements, and we have none other than Alyssa, our amazing director of youth and family ministry, and she's bringing all our wonderful youth up for you to see. They have some amazing news for you all.
Thank you, Tanya. But I like Tana. Hi, I'm Alyssa Moreno, your youth ministry director, and this is your youth ministry. Let's see. We're going to see how skilled I am. Yes. Okay. We wanted to, first of all, Unity, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you contributed to our youth ministry, Safe Haven Family Shelter Drive. On Monday, December 22nd, Deb Clark, my husband Jason Oswald, my sons Ryman McCrae and Radner, who's hiding here, and Dan Spearing, who's sitting right there, all showed up here at Unity at 9:30 a.m. to help load up 2 very large cars full of items. I'm talking seats had to come out of the minivan full. When we arrived at Safe Haven, the woman working opened the doors, and she told us, oh, yeah, you can place the things on the table in the room on the left. As we kept coming and coming and coming in, she said, wow. She began to bring in the other staff, and they were all chuckling with delight. We were piling things under the table. We were stacking things on top of the table. We had to move to the next table. We jutted out into the room, and she was simply in awe. She introduced herself, Annie, has been volunteering at Safe Haven on and off for over 10 years. And as Dan and Jason and the children kept coming in with wagons and carts full of loads, she kind of began to grow more and more curious. She said, remind me who you are, and can you please write down everything about your organization so that I can be sure to let our president know and have this not get lost in the email. I told her, well, we are Unity of Nashville. Oh, I have so many friends there, said Annie. She delighted with this. I think Rickay still attends. I said, that's right, Rickay graces us with his presence and his music. And she said, you know, I used to attend when I could, and I really loved it there, up on the hill. It's a sacred space. It's an organization like Safe Haven, and in her opinion, Unity of Nashville, that thinks and looks forward, that does everything in their power to help people. And in their case, you know, Safe Haven Family Shelter is really working on getting people out of the streets and into a home, but back into the workforce and back into education. Their demographic are families, so we're talking children under 18 who need that support and those resources. It's well beyond giving an item. It's a lifelong commitment to a way of life. As I stood there talking with Annie about her amazing organization, what struck me the most was how impressed they were with our own. I immediately invited her to come back to Unity anytime and to please have Safe Haven join us for Nashville Chooses Peace this coming spring. And I was receiving personal text messages by that evening from one of the higher-ups at Safe Haven Family Shelter about us and Nashville Chooses Peace and the many things we can do together moving forward. Meanwhile, all that day, Unity members were reaching out to Marcia and reaching out to me, what do? I have more items that arrived from Amazon, you know, and we were sending them in last minute with our name, Unity of Nashville, on them. And this small, less than a month-long experience showed to us that we really can do anything that we put our minds to, and that we truly are here to be the light. To see others recognize that and to have them appreciate the small things our youth ministry and our community did like wrap the boxes we delivered in wrapping paper. To see the kindness of our volunteers and the service hearts of our youth, this was truly a Unity moment. We are living the Unity way, and your youth ministry is so grateful and proud to be a part of it. Thank you. As you can see, and many of you know because you were here with us on Christmas Eve, your youth ministries, they spent winter solstice crafting luminarias, those beautiful lanterns that were set outside when we all pulled up for Reverend Denise's beautiful sermon. And we worked on making dough for biscochito cookies and crushing the star anise, which makes those cookies so unique. And we spiced and mulled apple cider, which we baked and simmered at Christmas Eve to thank the congregation for all of your incredible help. And we hope that anyone who came was able to smell that wonderful smell and enjoy the cinnamon and the giggles of youth. And you can see them up here working so hard. This was a great reminder of our own light within and all that we're sharing. And we want to give a very special thanks to the light brought to us by Miss Sylvia, who was reading with us and reading 200-year-old poems, such as The Night Before Christmas, to our youth, and the Women of Unity, who brought cookies for them to enjoy as we crafted and worked hard on our drive. We have Vivian Hutchinson, Jill and Dan Spearing, Donna Brown, who's tithed so much of her time, treasure, and talent to us. Robin Winkowski, who contributed the bells that our children played for you on Christmas Eve. We just truly couldn't have done this without you. And in conclusion, I'll end with this. Unity of Nashville and your youth ministry truly did come alive in 2025. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you to all who have helped with youth and family ministry become such a wonderful success. So our announcements. Yes, new class. It's all God, the flowers and the fertilizer. Wednesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. It begins January 7th and runs through March with our lovely Reverend Denise. Then we are unlocking our harmony, transforming your home or business with feng shui. Saturday, January 17th at 2 p.m. Please come every Sunday early at 10 a.m. for the contemplative service. It is wonderfully centering. Our men's support group meets on Monday nights at 6:30 in the South Classroom. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I'm done saying they're still working on it. It just is. Okay? Jeff Fasano is leading that. Then you have your midweek Zoom at noon with our chaplains. This is a wonderful time to center in the middle of the week and get your spiritual fix. Then we have Friday morning meditations. It actually isn't about Advent anymore. It's not about Advent anymore. Yes, it's the love of the dream. The love of the dream. You got it before it was on the slides. Yes, the love of the dream, 10 a.m. Fridays with Reverend Denise. Get there early because it fills up. Then this Wednesday is our beloved tradition, the Burning Bowl, and yours truly will be helping to lead that. And I have an amazing support with the music team. I can't tell you how wonderful it will be, and I feel so honored. So thank you to Reverend Denise and the board for allowing me to help with that. But this is a time of release and renewal. So I hope you'll come and just to recognize where we've been and how far we've come and where we're going. Yes? So volunteers are needed to take all these beautiful things down so we can have a clean stage. Yes? Anybody want to do that? I don't want to take anything down. January 3rd at 9 a.m. Yes, lunch will be provided, so that'll ease the pain. Yes. It's fun, she says. It's fun. We're making room. We're releasing for renewal. And we are going to call up Frank Grant for a lovely announcement. Haley, just hold on.
Good morning, Unity of Nashville. So it seems to be a common theme. I mean, I wrote this out this morning thinking about it, and I thought about it all week about gratitude. It really, you started out, Elaine, Alyssa talked about it too. I'm really just feeling incredible gratitude. I want to thank each and every one of you, first of all, that came to our house for dinner on Christmas Eve. It really was a special time, and it was nice to create that true community of non-stress, relax, and just enjoy each other. So I really appreciate you all coming. The other thing I wanted to say was, with Give to Grow, we put a request out for you all to pledge for 2026. But that doesn't mean that 2025 stopped. And I'm just amazed, literally in the last week, from 4 different donors, Ron Biddle, Judith Jones, Liz and Vic Thomas, and myself, we raised over $75,000 in 1 week for Unity. So that's a fifth of our budget, just in 1 week. Now, if we did that every week, that'd be awesome. But that was a great, great thing. So one of the things we talked about doing for 2026 was we have our pledges, which we added 6 more this last week, and I just had Susan offer me one this morning, so we're at 7. So we're over, I think, 35 pledges of people donating money for 2026. Between that and also the fact that we seem to be over-exceeding our budget pretty dramatically this year, excuse me, that we're going to increase our budget by 20%, and we've approved that at the board meeting, from $350,000 to $420,000. So I hope that we will overachieve that too this year, but we want to continue to do things to help in the community. I mean, you've heard all the great things we've done with Safe Haven, we've done with Second Harvest, and we're doing here in the church. I know a lot of you are going to walk out into Fellowship Hall after this and be shocked, because we have all new tables, all new chairs in there. So we've tried to continue to beautify and grow internally our church home and this whole community. So I feel extremely blessed to be here, and it's under the leadership of Reverend Denise and Dr. Judy that have created this true sense of community. And I couldn't be happier to be a part of this, and I hope each of you continue to feel blessed as we grow and have a wonderful 2026. So thank you all.
And as many of you were here at the Christmas Eve gathering, which was beautiful, there was a wonderful video shared. I believe, Haley, we're ready for that video.
This is Karen. This is me coming to Nashville in 1981. November the 16th, I came to the city. I came to church in December. Prior to that, I had always had to drive an hour, hour and a half to get to church. But I came to Nashville and we had our own Unity, First Church Unity. I joined the church on June 20th of 1982. So back at that time, I had a young son, Nicholas, now known as Nick, and he is 45 years old. So it's been a while. Along with the hair getting big, so did the earrings. And this is, as a matter of fact, Jim Varney. Remember, know what I mean, Vern? Jim was with me at church on Easter that Sunday. We were going to build this big new church. We didn't know where, but we found this beautiful piece of property, magical piece of property right here at 5125 Franklin Road. We tore down the old barn piece by piece, and gently and reverently, we rebuilt this barn. We're in the 90s and we're still at Unity here. Now this was a really fun time. While Reverend Jimmy Scott was here, we would go on retreats on the weekends. So this is a board retreat with some of the leaders of the church.
You know, we're in the season for giving and receiving, and one of the persons who gives from her heart is Karen Dole. She has been a friend of mine for many, many years, and I'm sure friends of you as well. She has come through Unity since 1981 and became a member in 1982. Bring it all the way up to the present. She continues to radiate love and light, practicing the Unity principles, and it's just so grateful to have her in our church. We started the roof project here just a little bit ago and finally have it completed, and one of the things that was not completed was the cupola. Cupola had been quiet, no lights shining for years. And as you can see, the wires went everywhere. The confusion, I guess, is a good indication on where it was. Now look at it, beautiful, radiant. And so on behalf of the board and Reverend Denise and Marcia Warren Lewis, we decided that the cupola needed to be called the Doral. And we are excited to present to you the Doral, our light on the hill, a light that will continue to light longer than you and I will be here. And it is such a great honor to top off our Unity home with the Doral, named for someone who we all love dearly, who has orchestrated love and light in her life, as well as always being present. So with you, Karen, Merry Christmas, and I want to present to you the Doral.
And before you get too comfortable in your seats, it's time for our meet and greet. We're going to attribute this to the Doral. You all let your light shine. Tell your neighbor, let your light shine.
Didn't get a chance to count that off slower, so we just rolled with what he did. So. That was his.
Right? Sorry, guys. In silence, I mirror the words that I hear in the picture of life I once knew. My vision is changing, my life rearranging and framing a moment of truth. The picture I see is the truth now in me, and the beauty of what I've become. And I know in my heart I am a part of a new life, a new light of love. Here I stand at the threshold, wonder what I'm told is truly vision I see. There's new life emerging, my power is surging, becoming what I'm meant to be. Come take my hand as we both understand that free as the dove, and I know in my heart you are a part of a new life, a new light of love. And I know I can find my brothers in time, for the light of my life becomes me. As I read in your faces, oh, lives and traces of places that you never knew, captured the meaning of what I was dreaming, believing my words to be true. In the midst of your being, a new light is streaming down from the heavens above. And I know in my heart we are a part of a new life, a new light of love. And I know in my heart that we are a part of a new life, a new light of love. Thank you.
Good morning, my Unity family. Thank you for that song. The sacred reading today is from a book called Testament of Devotion by Thomas R. Kelly. The chapter is The Light Within. Meister Eckhart wrote, "As thou art in church or cell, that same frame of mind carry out to the world, into its turmoil and its fitfulness. Deep within us all, there is an amazing inner sanctuary of the soul, a holy place, a divine center, a speaking voice to which we may continually return. Eternity is at our hearts, pressing upon our time-torn lives, warming us with intimations of an astounding destiny, calling us home unto itself. Yielding to these persuasions, gladly committing ourselves in body and soul, utterly and completely to the light within, is the beginning of true life. It is a dynamic center, a creative life that presses to birth within us. It is a light within that illumines the face of God and casts new shadows and new glories upon the human face. It is a seed stirring to life if we do not choke it. It is the Shekinah of the soul, the presence in the midst. Here is the slumbering Christ, stirring to be awakened, to become the soul we clothe in earthly form and action. And he is within us all. The inner light, the inward Christ, is no mere doctrine belonging to a particular religion. It is the living center of reference for all who seriously mean to dwell in the secret place of the Most High. He is the center and source of action, not the end point of thought. He is the locus of commitment, not a problem for debate. Practice comes first in religion, not theory or dogma. A practicing Christian must, above all, be one who practices the perpetual return of the soul into the inner sanctuary, who brings the world into its light and re-judges it, who brings the light into the world with all its turmoil and its fitfulness and recreates it. For faith and hope and love for all things are engendered in the soul. As we practice their submission and our own to the light within, as we humbly see all things, even darkly, and as through a glass, yet through the eyes of God.
If you'll now join me in singing Donna Michael's song called I Am a Light to go into meditation.
I am
So just settle into your seats for a moment and think about the words that you just sang. I am a light. You are a light. And we are a light in this world. And we each shine so brightly. And then when we come together here on Sunday morning or on Wednesday or on Friday meditation or for events like Women in Unity or the men's group or maybe the chaplain's meeting or maybe the board meeting, we bring our lights together and we continue to shine. And so in this moment, going into the silence, just spending a moment in that light. So I'll have to say to some of you, as my friend Martha Creek would say, you need to tell your face what you were singing about. Because some of you were beaming, and some of you looked like you had just bit into something you didn't like. And so just check in with yourself. Do you know that you are light? Do you know that it's important for you to shine your light? So just think about that for a minute, because today's lesson is the end of our Advent series on a trip to Bethlehem. And today is about living the story, because remember, the story is not really about a little man, little person, little Jesus. That's not really what the story is about. Metaphysically, the story is about you. And you living that story in your life. And what does that look like for you? What does it look like for me? So we ended last week with this picture. So I wanted to start with this picture, because the light that was there was so bright and brilliant. It gathered many, many different kinds of people and even angelic beings. If you look at that, it gathered together wise men from the east. It gathered together shepherds that were in the fields. It gathered Mary and Joseph, who had to go on a really interesting trip to get there. It gathered together all the animals. It brought everything together as one. So the question today is, how does my light do that same thing? Each day is an invitation to life. If you were here on Christmas Eve, we lit all of these 12 powers. And when Gregory Fisher read the affirmation for life and you responded by saying it also, everyone in here said, each day is an invitation to life. Say that with me. Each day is an invitation to life. So what does that mean to you? What are you invited into? What is life? What is that all about? Well, further on in the scriptures, there's a little bit more of information about this little boy, supposedly Jesus, that was born. And he really supposedly came into this incarnation knowing fully who he was. I don't know about you all, but I've had moments when I thought I knew, and moments that I realized I didn't know at all. And moments that somebody helped me try to get there. But at 12 years old, he knew fully who he was. Fully. His parents were going on another trip to Jerusalem, because remember, they didn't have the census like we do today, and so everybody had to go to one city and be counted. Wouldn't that be exciting if we had to do that? But everybody had to go together to this one city to be counted, and they were traveling, and all of a sudden Mary says to Joseph, "Where did Jesus go? I can't find him." Now think about if you're a mother or a father, and all of a sudden you can't find your kid, and you're on the road traveling. Where would you have left them? Think about that. Well, she was frantic. And so I think this picture depicts a frantic mother grabbing up her son, going, "Where were you?" Is anybody in here a biblical scholar and know what he said? I must be about my what? I am sure Mary thought, "Listen here, young man. What is it that you think you're doing here?" But he was very sure that his to-do was to get there as quickly as he could and sit with the people that had more knowledge than him so that he could learn more. Wow. I don't think I had that going on at 12, did you? I don't think I had that. Some days I don't have it now. So the number 12, what does that really mean? 12 candles. Means complete. It means that he had completed a cycle in his life and knew where he was going for the next step. That's our journey today with our own life story of living the story. Do you know where you're going in your next step? So we've done hope, which was one of the candles that we lit several Sundays ago. Hope is the expectation of good. Do you expect good moving forward in your life? Then we lit the candle of peace. Peace was about glimpsing the Christ, seeing the Christ, catching a glimpse of the Christ. What do you see when you look in the mirror in the morning? What do you see when you look in the eyes of someone sitting close to you? Do you catch a glimpse of the Christ? Love. Love was about experiencing oneness, for us all to know that we're all one. No matter if we look the same, act the same, feel the same. What a beautiful prayer you had this morning, because that was what that was about. It was about the experience of love that she has felt coming into this ministry here. And then there's joy. Joy is that unbounded feeling that just kind of floods through us, but it's not really a feeling, remember? It's the essence of God. And when you're allowing God to flow through you, you don't have to go answer, what am I supposed to be doing? You're about your Father's business. Life is the expression of being. That's Charles Fillmore's definition. Did you notice that it is the color of red, which is the color of blood? There's no coincidences here. But I bet you may not know, unless you're a scholar of Unity, which disciple represents life. Does anybody in here know? Judas. Now you're going, oh, I saw. Ooh. You know why he represents life? Because he had the wrong idea about life. Some of us do also. He had the idea that life was about producing all this stuff out there and making lots of money and being in charge and being on the right side of the fence. Think about that. And so he sold his own soul for 30 pieces of silver. Think about that. Now I want you to pause for a moment and have some sort of a conversation with somebody right close to you about what you just heard about life and Judas and what that was about. Go. You know, this power, more than any of the others, always brings up a big question mark in my life. Am I living the life that I came here to live? Every day, all day long. Do I ever sell my soul short for something? Because if you read much of Charles Fillmore, he says life is not about promotion, it's about attraction. I'm going to say that again. That's going to upset some people in here. But it's not about promoting ourselves. It's about being who we are here to be and attracting to us what is ours. Now finish your conversation. You know, supposedly, Charles Fillmore and Myrtle had a belief that if you leaned into each of these powers fully, you would show up authentically the Christ in your life every day. And so what these powers are for is to give you an indication of maybe where you need to tune up a little bit. Anybody ever take your car for a tune-up? Sometimes we need a tune-up because we realize that we may be off the bean with one of these powers. They're really about health and wholeness and mindfulness. I've said this many times, most Unity members don't understand that Charles and Myrtle started Unity about healing. It was all about healing. It was all about wholeness. They had a farm that created organic foods there. People lived there. It was beautiful. They had an Olympic-sized pool before anybody else had one. It was all about taking care of mind, body, and spirit and healing. And then somewhere along the way, we've gotten off into churches and stuff and business and whatever we have to do to survive out here in the world. But that was never their idea. Never their idea. So we've spent a year beginning to scratch the surface on that information. And we really, truly have come alive in 2025. We have. And here's where we're going. Can you see that and take that in? Because what I know is I know a lot about a lot of you because you've come in and sat in my office and you've cried and you've carried on and you've done whatever you needed to do. And you know that many of you have great big dreams. In dreams and in love, what? There are no impossibilities. Only in your mind. Only in your mind. And so we're going to be focusing on, for this next year, what it's like to be mystical. Because that's really what Unity started out as, and then it got into corporate and all of that stuff and became something way beyond what Charles and Myrtle ever even began to think about. We're going to be studying this book in January, February, and March. Lord mercy, you're like, really? Yeah, because it'll take us that long to even get it all and understand it all, I promise you. One of the blessings of me being able to go through ministerial school when I did is these kind of people came through and taught us. Walter Starkey wrote a book called It's All God. You can find it on Amazon. We may have one copy in the bookstore. It's rather pricey. I'll be honest with you, unless you want to have a library of these kind of books. The way I'm going to do the class is I'm going to have handouts for each week, and they'll be on the website, and you can download them. So if you don't want a book, but I know some of you are going to want a book. But this is about what was all of this about in the beginning, and what was Christianity in the beginning. Because it was not what it's made up to be out there in the world. It had no definition to any of that. It was more Gnostic. It was more mystical. It was a whole different ball game. But what happened, my belief, secret, the powers that be sold their soul for 30 pieces of silver. The powers that be out there sold their churches for thousands and thousands and millions of dollars. To control, to try to get us to be a part of that, to tell us how we had to live our lives. It was never started like that. Jesus said there was only 3 things to do: love God, love your neighbor, and love your neighbor as. So you need to start with that one. And if you don't love yourself, you can't have a mystical life. You can't have what we're talking about here until you first love you. And then if you don't love the person sitting on the seat beside you, can't have it either, because we're all one. Does that make sense? And if we can't love the people at Brentwood Hills Church of Christ, or whoever all those other people are out there, and all of their beliefs, because we're all one. And the spirit of Christmas shines in and through me and you because of our light. Now, sometimes people think this is going to take forever. How am I ever going to get there? How am I ever going to really acknowledge that? I was afraid I wouldn't be able to see all that extremely well, so I wrote it down here so I can make sure that I see it. But that is a quote that I found that I love. Spiritual awakening isn't a moment. It's not an aha moment. It's a process. It's a 1,000 small realizations, 1,000,000 tiny shifts, and an endless journey of unlearning and healing and becoming. We're all still in that. We're all still going through that. You don't wake up all at once. You rise little by little into the person you were always meant to be. That's what this life journey is about. And so today, we focus on returning to your divine light through the veil of sacred darkness. That's the period of time we're in. We're in the most beautiful time of year, not because it's Christmas, but because it is the darkness. And when there is the darkness, your light can shine the brightest. Michael's going to sing about that. Namaste.
This last song that I'm dealing with, this is a song I wrote right after I came back from my first trip to the Soviet Union. I was a citizen diplomat 4 times between 86 and 89. Thank you for the sound. Okay. My experience with that trip changed my life. And it's a situation that's probably one of the most profound experiences of my life. And I wrote this song, and it's totally consistent with Reverend Denise's approach. This truly, for me, is a statement of what I think we are and how it is that we are becoming and what we're choosing in our life to be. It's called Let Me Be. Let me be the speed. You want to set this? Set the minute. Let me be the peace I want to feel in others. Let me be the light that shines upon my way. Let me be the hand of brotherhood and friendship. Let me be the truth in every word I say. Let me be the heart, chain that holds no man in bondage. Let me be the cause that joins humanity. Let me be the voice that speaks for truth and justice. Let me be the word that sets all people free. Let me be the mind that flies on wings of wisdom. Let me be the soul that knows eternity. Let me be the heart that loves without condition. Let me be all that I know that I can be. Let me be the eyes that focus on the future. Let me be the vision that I dare to dream. Let me be the mirror reflecting my perfection. Let me be the light I want the world to see. Here we go. Let me be the mind that flies on wings of wisdom. Let me be the soul that knows eternity. Let me be the heart that loves without condition. Let me be all that I know that I can be. One more time. Let me be all that I know that I can be. All right. Woo! Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We got it. Woo!
And you too can take a little bit of Michael home with you. He has some CDs out there in the lobby. So yes, you do. You do. So now it's time for our gratitude practice. Yes? Go right ahead.
You can buy your CDs. I will autograph them for you. You can take them home. You can play it. If you don't like it, you can bring it back. I will not give you your money back, but I will.
Oh, so now we're going to our gratitude practice and say our gratitude blessing with me. There it is. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And as the ushers come down to take up our tithes and offerings, we're going to sing our gratitude song.
Thank you.
our hands and our hearts and our minds, and we bless these tithes and offerings, know that they have been given from that energy of divine love, and they will move through this ministry with that same energy of love and back out into the universe, blessing all of those that this money touches. And we know that as we give, so shall we receive, and those gifts will be heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, for that's the law, and so it is. Amen. So we're going to stand and sing the peace song and pray out. You sure do. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, family on our wings. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous hour. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.